Eating right is one of those things that most mom have failed their kids. They failed their children. It's one of those things that you see from generation to generation. They keep passing down the same the same mistakes. It keeps happening every time. Most women have failed us as well because they don't even know how to properly eat. They just eat anyhow. That's why you see we're in a society where people are heavily obese, people having heart disease, having a lot of illnesses, diabetes, a lot of sickness everywhere. Because the women or the people who are supposed to be in charge of the kitchen, the cooking, everything, they're not passing down the right information. And they themselves, they don't know. And they are not bothered about eating right or eating properly. I've struggled with eating properly from the day I started becoming independent. But when I hopped into body game and I understood that, wow, I could eat just a basic home meal and be satisfied for the whole day and not have cravings of hunger. Unlike before, I would just pounce on different junks, meat pie, on different soda spree, drinking soda here and there, different types of drinks. And at the end of the day, I'm not still full. And I have belly fat all over me. I'm out of shape. I have pimples everywhere. I have boils everywhere. Every morning I wake up very tired and very horrible. I just don't want to wake up that morning. But these days is a whole different ball game. You wake up with life, with energy. You wake up with drive, serious drive. Every day you're looking forward to wake up the next day, happy and excited and energized. And it all boils down to what you eat. It's part of one of the main things that regulates your mood. And you don't have to eat like a glutton. You just have to know the right meal to eat that will make you satisfied. Because most of all this junk, all these processed foods that is everywhere, they increase your hunger pains. They increase it. They make you very hungry. They make you unsatisfied. You always want to eat. You're always binging and binging and binging and binging and binging. And before you know, you just blow up. You become fat. You become obese. All this processed sugar, all these sodas that you keep drinking. I've always been heavy on sodas for so long, and my digestive system was messed up. But the day I switched from all those processed foods to natural meal, my digestive system has been like absolutely perfect. I don't struggle like the way I used to struggle when I'm meeting the White House. Now everything is done with ease. And this is me trying to correct over, over 30 good years of eating rubbish, eating processed diet. This is me trying to change. See my hairline is almost receding because of this so much processed sugar I've been eating for so long. I have a receding hairline now. But you will never know these things until the day you switch, until the day you decide to start feasting on whole meal, eating eggs, eating meats, eating vegetables. You change your diet. You cook your meals yourself. No more using seed oils. I think it's almost close to, it should be getting close to over a year now. It's over a year I've used seed oil. I've fried anything. I don't fry again. I don't fry things again. Then you start seeing your skin starts glowing. A lot of things starts changing. You know, you're looking better. You're looking good. You feel good when you move, when you carry yourself. You know, you're always happy, not depressed. Because what we eat most times makes us depressed. What you put into your temple makes you depressed. That's one of the things I've realized. Like, since I excuse me guys, since I changed my diet, I changed the way I eat. I've not felt any form of depression. Never felt any form of depression. I'm always longing to do something. I'm very energetic. Unlike before, I'll be so I'll be tired of life. It got to that point I was tired of life. I was just dragging myself. But you know, one thing will have to lead to something else. Your pain will lead you to discovering abundance of life. If not because I had a foot pain, I would have not started lifting weights and taking my health seriously. So, you know, the culture right now is, most girls, when I talk to them, they don't even know how to go about eating properly because they themselves, they're eating trash. They don't know how to eat properly. Then imagine when they give birth to kids, it's the same trash. I have lots of cavities in my teeth. Why? Because of I consumed a lot of sweet chocolates when I was very small. I consumed a lot, and my parents, that was what they knew. They were just giving me just to, I don't know whether to make me happy or what. Feeding me, bombarding me with lots of sugar. Now I'm older, I feel the pains, but it has subsided because I decided to change my diet. I stopped eating sugary things so they don't increase the cavities. I started running away from anything processed sugar. Anything processed, any junk, I started running away from it. And I realized the pains, everything started easing, started going gently. But then when I was still eating anything, I had pains and pains and pains and pains and pains. Excessive pains because of the cavities I grew up with from childhood. Because my parents were giving me sugar, sweets and chocolates, ice creams, everything. That's not the way. You have to eat right if you want to live longer. You want to live longer, feel better, have a positive attitude towards life. What you eat has a way of influencing your mood. It has a lot of way of influencing your mood. There are things you eat, you start having pimples, you start having boils, you start having inflammation. Like here now, this is one of, I don't know why I ate that brought about this, or maybe probably, I don't know, you know. So you you see lots of people, they don't know how to go about eating properly because the culture we have, they eat anything. They are hyper focused on processed foods because it's easier to just, you don't need to waste time, you know, to get them. Even to prepare them, it's not even, you don't need to waste much time compared to the effort you use in cooking. Even cooking itself, normally cooking doesn't take time like that. If you know what you're doing, it doesn't take time. Like eating properly, it doesn't take time. But you see, the processed stuff is very addictive. It's very, very addictive. That's why people gravitate towards it. I don't even think it's because it doesn't waste time. It doesn't consume time to make or something like that. No. I think the main reason is because it is very addictive. It's very addictive and people are just head over heels for it. We have a problem in this generation. The women, we have a lot of problem. We have a lot of problem with the women that are supposed to be passing down the necessary knowledge, basic skills, to life. They themselves are just living their life anyhow, eating anyhow. They don't care. They don't even know what is right to put in your body and what is not right to put in your body. Thank God for working out, and you get to realize that a lot of people are eating trash. They are eating trash. I think this is a wake-up call for us to take our health seriously and eat the right things, make the right choices when it comes to what we eat. It is very, very important. It is very important. So this is where I will call it a wrap. I'll have to wrap the video here. And I enjoy speaking with you guys. I hope you guys learned one or two, and I'm motivated to just try and push yourself and do the right things, like eating. Do the right things like eating. It doesn't take a lot. Like this morning I ate egg, plantain and carrots, and I was like full, very full. If it was like just normal bread and tea, I'll be so hungry, very hungry, because I know the tea would be loaded with processed sugar. I'll be so hungry, very hungry. So guys, I hope we learned a couple of things, and try to be the best version of ourselves. Like, it's one of those things you just need to do if you want to escape the matrix, if you want freedom in your life. So that's it from me to you guys, and we'll see you in the next video, guys, and have a blessed day. Bye.